Alright then. Let's head down to Fenway. Or Diamond City, as the case may be. Curse you. Right. Anyways. Darn Institute things. I think that's technically an Institute thing. Not really like a, well, Cambridge Polymer Labs isn't technically the Institute, but whatever. Where are we at? Alright, so we're gonna go from here. We're gonna jump back to Cambridge Police Station. And then we're going to go run past the Fraternal Outpost and Cambridge Polymer Labs, and we're going to head down to Diamond City. And yeah, that's it. That's the plan. Let's do this. Okay, yeah, we're already here.
Someone went through a great deal of trouble to fortify this place.
Already. Set some waypoints. Well, we only really need the one. Let's see. Alright, let's get out of here. I did this once in one of my practice runs because I had a problem with sound, so I'm counting it as a practice run. And when I got over here by the Fraternal Outpost, I heard a dude yelling. I don't hear it now though, but he was in there, and there was a synth holding the guy at gunpoint, and I successfully talked him out of shooting the synth, and then the synth attacked him, and it was, you know, just the usual thing, just completely went against its own interests. But it was fun. It was kind of cool. I was surprised. I didn't think I would succeed in talking him out of it. Always pick up this stuff. I don't know why I always do, but I always do. Plates. Sink. More coffee cups. Another plate. I like them for the houses, like, because later on when I go to actually do possibly some decorating, I'll need them. So plates are always fun. Anything in the bus? This is an empty, boring bus. Not even a driver. Man. This is CIT. Right. Stuff? Ooh, stuff. Hey, the alien. I didn't close it. Hey. These aliens are everywhere. There's actually like a story about the toy aliens that you'll find if you kind of look at them all. Yeah, a nuclear color quantum. Sweet. Like one of the aliens is training to one of the toy aliens. I mean, you'll see it's training with it's got like a little jar of buff out and some weights next to it. There's another one that is trying to go to space, and you just find them like everywhere. Okay, so this is the USS Riptide, which is one of the most useful things that could possibly exist in this entire game if you do it, because there is a mini nuke that respawns on the Riptide every time you come here. However, I'm going to bypass that because in my practice runs, I just got mowed down by raiders here, and it just didn't go well. But yeah, if you go down there and scout around, there's a room with a good bed if you're doing a survival playthrough, so it's very useful. But anyways, we're going this way. Alright. Because we are getting to Diamond City. After a fashion. So this over here, I believe this one is Hangman's Alley. Which I'm just going to discover and then leave. Yeah. Discover and leave. I really hope Codsworth does not engage. He engaged. Yeah, come on, Codsworth. Did he? There he is. Alright, he's good. They might be following him. No. They're just mad. So Hangman's Alley is over there. Here we are. This is Diamond City's entrance down that way. These guys are fighting a bunch of super mutants.
You're in Diamond City now.
Super mutants.
There's some Diamond City firepower, you green uglies.
I tried to help them, but this is just like a waste of time last time. I was here for like hours. Not hours, but several dozen minutes. And it wasn't worthwhile. Did I? That? I thought I heard a robot. I'll just let them deal with that. This is kind of not really worthwhile for me. Oh, not in that way. We're going this way. Over here? Nope. Oops. Did I just get myself jammed? No. Okay, I can get out of there.
Oh no, I'm not done with you. Not even the slightest.
This is all this stuff outside of Diamond City, which I'm just gonna raid because that's what I do. I'm a raider.
Damn it, where did you go?
It's always worthwhile to find this stuff. Anything special? No. Yeah, I'll just let them deal with that. I went in here already, right? Yeah, no, wait. No, nothing. It's a friendly! This away? Yeah, the first time I came through here, there was dogs, and I think I'm on the correct side of the place now, so I'm not getting attacked by stuff. Can I get in this one? Aha! Anything? Nope. Codsworth may be confused. This is a phone booth, I found out. I was wondering what it was before.
Excuse me.
Mutants sure are hard to kill, huh? Thanks for the assist.
Was that sarcastic, sir? It's okay.
What do you mean you can't open the gate? Stop playing around.
I'm wearing my suit. I am, and drink a beer just in case. I don't think I have a lot of beers left. I only got the one. All right, let's make this count.
I'm standing out in the open here for crying out loud.
I got orders not to let you in, Miss Piper. I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
Ooh, just doing your job. Protecting Diamond City means keeping me out, is that it? Oh, look, it's the scary reporter.
I'm sorry, but Mayor McDonough's really steamed, Piper. saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole city's in a tizzy.
Ugh! You open this gate right now, Danny Sullivan. I live here. You can't just lock me out. Open this gate right now! You want into Diamond City, right?
I just got here, but yeah.
Shh. Play along. What's that? You said you're a trader up from Quincy? You have enough supplies to keep the general store stocked for a whole month? You hear that, Danny? You gonna open the gate and let us in, or are you gonna be the one talking to crazy Myrna about losing out on all the supply?
Jeez, all right. No need to make it personal, Piper. Give me a minute.
Better head inside quick before old Danny catches on to the bluff.
This place, Diamond City. What is it?
Oh, the Green Jewel? She's a sight. Everyone who's anyone in the Commonwealth is from here, settled here, got kicked out of here. A big wall, some power, working plumbing, schools, and some security goons are what make Diamond City the big monster it is. Oh, love it or hate it. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Let's go.
Piper, who let you back inside? I told Sullivan to keep that gate shut. You devious, rabble-rousing slanderer. The level of dishonesty in that paper of yours. I'll have that printer scrapped for parts.
Ooh, that a statement, Mr. McDonough? Tyrant mayor shuts down the press. Why don't we ask the newcomer? You support the news? Because the mayor's threatened to throw free speech in the dumpster.
Yeah, I support the
Always
news.
believed in freedom of the press.
Rightly so. A true medium for the people.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, good sir. No. You look like Diamond City material. Welcome to the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Safe, happy, a fine place to come. Spend your money. Settle down. Don't let this muckraker here tell you otherwise, all right?
What are you two arguing about, anyway?
What do you think? Print lies and everybody's happy, but if you print the truth...
Now, was there anything particular you came to our city for?
I'm trying to find someone.
Trying to find someone? Who?
My son, Sean. He's less than a year old.
Wait, your son's missing? Oh, you hear that, McDonough? What's Diamond City Security doing to help this man, huh? This isn't the first missing persons report to come through here, and now we have an infant who's been taken?
No, don't listen to her. Well, I'm afraid that our security team can't follow every case that comes through. I'm confident that you can find help here. Diamond City has every conceivable service known to man. One of our great citizens can surely find the time to help you.
Well, sure. And a mayor of a great city must know everyone. Who can help me?
Well, there is one private citizen, Nick Valentine, a detective of sorts who specializes in tracking people down, usually for debts or whatnot. Now, I have to get going. I'm sorry, Diamond City Security doesn't have time to help, but I'm sure Mr. Valentine charges a reasonable fee.
This is ridiculous. Diamond City Security can't spare one officer to help. I want the truth, McDonough. What's the real reason security never investigates any kidnappings?
I've had enough of this, Piper. From now on, consider you and that little sister of yours on notice.
Yeah, keep talking, McDonough. That's all you're good for. I'm impressed. Not everyone can claw information out of McDonough's tight-fisted hands. Why don't you stop by my office after you see Valentine? I think I just found my next story.
Hey.
I'm all ears.
Hey, Codsworth.
Another is already in the works.
Your thoughts?
It's refreshing to see a bit of military order within the Commonwealth. Let's just hope their intentions are in the right place.
That's good thought there, man.
What are your thoughts on our relationship?
A difficult inquiry, sir. I wonder the same thing myself. Things have certainly changed, and not for the better.
I thought he was happy with me.
That's all for now.
All right, then.
Oh well. Alright, and Deacon's over here.
Hi.
Hey.
Deacon from the railroad.
Danny.
So, you're that traitor Piper was talking about. Something tells me she's pulled the wool over my eyes again. Am I right?
Well, I am a traitor, sort of, you know.
I wasn't lying. I got a whole supply train coming in tomorrow.
Is that right? No bull? Well, if that's the case, let me put a down payment on some parts for the gate. Here you go. Anyway, welcome to Diamond City and all that. I gotta get back to work.
Huh, that actually worked. Weird. Alright.
On his side.
You to boss me around. Don't boss me around,
Officer?
man.
Got a question? Should talk to Sullivan.
Yeah, I did. He's not really forthcoming with stuff.
So, this is the famous Diamond City. I suppose I hope to find more of a gem than a dusty home base. Civilization in the rough, if you will.
Yeah, sounds good. I like what he's saying. Alright. Let's look around. Look at that view!
Hey, kiddo. How are the paper sales?
Well, the presses are getting overloaded. That motor is going to go soon if we don't.
Why is that stealing mentats?
You've been saying that for weeks and the old girl still keeps cranking. Stop worrying so much. I gotta head into the office. You start whistling if you see any angry politicians coming our way.
Why? Is something wrong? Piper? Free paper to newcomers. If the Institute grabs you in the night, at least we warned you.
Thanks, I guess.
I'm serious. The Institute takes people. You should read up if you're sticking around.
Alright.
I believe you. Thanks.
You are a real lost lamb in the wolf's den, mister. Everyone who's anyone...
Alright, fine. So I'll whatever.
Glad you dropped by. You holding up, Blue?
Why are you calling me that?
'Cause you're a vault dweller? I know you're not wearing the blue jumpsuit right now, but the Pip-Boy and that fish out of water look, dead giveaways. So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print. I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth. You do that, and I'll tell you what. I'll come with you. Watch your back while you get used to the world above ground.
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good. Let's get down to business. So, I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
My family and I were frozen. I didn't spend much time in the vault.
Wait, they boxed you up in a fridge? The whole time? Are you saying you were alive before the war?
She doesn't like when you give her the sarcastic answers.
The war? Which war?
The one that gave us this lovely landscape of demolished buildings and nuclear radiation every 10 feet? You're telling me you saw everything before they blasted it into pieces?
Yes. I'm over 200 years old.
Oh my god. The man out of time. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
Honestly, seeing everyone surviving out here, rebuilding the world, It gives me hope.
That's surprisingly inspired, Blue. We're definitely quoting that. Now, I already know you're looking for your son, Sean. Do you suspect the Institute was involved in his kidnapping?
The Institute? Who were they?
That, Blue, is the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth. No one really knows who or where they are, but their handiwork is all over. Synths. Synthetic people. Sent from their hidden labs to do the Institute's dirty work. Sometimes they even replace a person with a synth double. A little covert agent no one would ever suspect. Now, not everything that goes wrong has the Institute behind it, but there's always a chance. That's why I'm asking.
Sure sounds like they might be.
Not even a baby is safe from them. And people wonder why I can't just look the other way. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different. I want you to make a statement to Diamond City directly. The threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
No matter how much you want to give up, don't. You have to have hope that you'll see them again. Or at least, that you'll know the truth.
A strong note to end on, Blue. Thanks. That's everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna give Diamond City plenty to talk about. Anyway, I agreed to come with you, right? Watch your back? Just say the word when you're ready. I can't wait to see where the story goes next.
Okay. Now to rob Piper blind.
Well,
Surely
if
you meant to
anyone could
leave that
figure
rubbish
out
where you found it.
She's got so much coffee around here.
Never thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until someone threatened their life. Me? I'm very successful.
There's the old print and press. Take the old synthetic truth. Let's see. Should I read it? Yeah, sure. Wish I was make these easier to read. Let's see. Noodles, we all eat them. We all love them, and Diamond City's Power Noodles has supplied this sustenance for the past 15 years. From the stilted mechanical cadence of Takahashi's programmed Japanese to the fragrant steam that wafts from each bowl, to the scalding tang of each delicious mouthful. The ordering and eating of noodles is but one of many shared human experiences. Or is it? I was struck by this very question as I sat at the counter at Power Noodles last Wednesday night, just after 5 p.m., enjoying a dinner I had so many times before. That's when I noticed our very own Mayor McDonough saddled up to a stool and engaged in the very same ritual. Right hand extending, mouth opening, teeth chewing, yes, eating noodles, the shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. So it must have also seemed to the residents of Diamond City nearly 60 years ago on an uncharacteristically warm May evening in 2229, as they sat around this very same counter. But that was before the days of Takahashi and his noodles, when the bar served not noodles but ice-cold Nuka-Colas, frothy beers, and stiff shots of whiskey. The barman's name was Henry, and that night he facilitated the shared human experiences of drinking, smoking, talking, and laughing. That is, until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening, although some of the city's ghoul residents certainly could have, had they not been forcibly removed thanks to Mayor McDonough's anti-ghoul decree of 2282. But there is one person among us who does remember distinctly the events of that evening, respected matriarch Eustace Hawthorne, who recounted her story in a public occurrences exclusive interview. Oh, I was there all right, sitting right at the bar, just as sure as you're sitting in front of me now. 22 years old or so and just looking to have a good time. I was safe behind the wall. We all were. So what was the harm? And let me tell you, that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day, said he was from out west somewhere. Didn't really matter. What did matter was his smile and his laugh and the way he'd make everyone feel at ease. That night at the bar, we all just sort of crowded around him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word or hear about the state of the Commonwealth, and Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful, until it wasn't. Eustace continued her account of that evening in the moment when things turned sinister and the truth about Mr. Carter was revealed. We'd been drinking and carrying on. Must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in him at the time. He seemed a bit drunk, I guess, like the rest of us. Then something just sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smiles of his sort of went from his face all in an instant. And then his cheeks started twitching, kind of funny. And I remember watching him clear, as if it had happened yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and then blam! Shot Henry the barman right in the head. Didn't hesitate, didn't show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry just as casually as if he were playing him for a drink. But his cheek never did stop twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose after that. What Eustace is describing is, of course, the infamous event known as the Broken Mask, when people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time the Institute, the shadowy scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, had actually succeeded in creating a model so advanced that it could effortlessly infiltrate human society. Unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City, the Institute had somehow evolved their androids into true synthetic humans. Since, after he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. The guards came running, they opened fire, and Mr. Carter, he kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guards put him down. Seemed like they had killed a man who had flipped his lid, gone crazy, and he lay there like a dead crazy man, sure enough. God, it was horrible. But then he saw the plastic and the metal. This was one of them early synths, you see, and we realized it wasn't a man at all. It was then we all knew. The Institute wasn't just out there. The Institute was everywhere now, among us. It was never determined precisely what the synth known as Mr. Carter went on in his killing spree. Some suggested he had somehow been remotely controlled by the Institute, who wanted to test his combat effectiveness. Still others felt he had simply malfunctioned, a hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek. It was never meant to kill anyone. But at that time, the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that the humans of the Commonwealth had been truly infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives were, and still are, a complete mystery. Using a model of synth even less advanced than the ones the Institute has in service today. Which brings us to noodles. Specifically, the noodles consumed by Mayor McDonough last Wednesday night in the same spot that Mr. Carter the Synth went haywire and mercilessly killed several people. After spending hours sharing an experience, the Diamond City is an experience the people of Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of the human race. They were wrong. Are we? Now this comes up a few times here. Piper thinks that Mayor McDonough is a synth. I want to take one of those. I don't want to just read it. Take. There we go. Let's go in here, and we're gonna steal all the... I don't know. I'll leave her stuff. I'm gonna take her Nuka-Colas, though. Nah, she's a cute teddy bear.
You just say the word.
Take that right away.
Nat.
Can I talk to Nat?
Selling papers is busy work, mister.
Alright, that's all. Look up, Piper. Whoops. Whoopsie. That would be like, dude, you would kill yourself doing that in like a regular house. That would be horrible.
Nothing stays hidden forever. At least, not if I have my say.
There's a whole bunch of stuff to read on this terminal, so I am actually going to probably cut it here, and we'll pick up in the next video. But otherwise, that's about it. I'm gonna go play some Destiny after this with my friends, and someday I will put some Destiny up here. You know, that'll be probably the next thing I put up afterwards. Let's see. All right, so I am going to call this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.